standing room only Royal Pin Woodland here in Indianapolis, the home for bowling's toughest test, the U.S. Open. The PBA season opening event. It is also a major, and we are down to our final five. Former Player of the Year, Kyle Troup opens up against the Englishman, Richie Teese. The defending champ, Anthony Simonson, awaits the winner. Finnish sensation, Tomas Gauku, and number one seed, E.J. Tackett, round out the field. Tackett, last year's runner-up, is the favorite according to the latest odds from our partners at Fox Bet. And we welcome you to the 80th edition of the U.S. Open as we kick off the 66th year of PBA action. So happy you're with us live here on Fox. Rob Stone, the Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen, who begins his 23rd straight year as lead analyst for the PBA. 23 years. Congratulations, my friend. So proud to have been around for a couple of those years.
Yes, you
my
have.
friend.
It's been an honor and a privilege to work with you and so many of the other great guys that I've worked with over the years. Super blessed.
It's been an amazing run. I didn't think you'd make 23 days, much less 23 years. All right, so let's talk about this year's showdown, and we may have a sequel to last year's final, Tackett versus Simonson.
Right, here's E.J. Tackett once again as your number one seed, but he bowled abysmal 165 to Anthony Simonson's 232. And Rob, we asked what happened. He said, guys, I simply used the wrong ball. I think today is redemption day for E.J. Tackett. Simonson, on the other hand, he's got the biggest toolbox on the PBA Tour. He's got all the tricks. He can do anything to a bowling ball. And Simonson, after winning this tournament, went on to win the Masters. So he became the youngest to ever win one major, the youngest to win two majors, the youngest to win three majors, and the youngest to win four majors.
Today, he could be the youngest to win 5 majors. Speaking of 5, our 5 seed Kyle Troup, now a 6-time member of Team USA, and he has struggled mightily at this tournament until this season.
He's never made match play at this tournament. But I tell you what, he got in as a number 5 seed and took down Knowles, because Knowles did that in the 10th frame, giving Kyle Troup extended life. So, in my opinion today, Rob, Kyle Troup's playing on house money.
Yeah, that was yesterday live on FS1. Today we are live on Fox, and Kyle Troup does open up our coverage of the U.S. Open today. And according to Fox Bet, he opens up, as you talk about, on house money, as our favorite in match number 1. And the 2021 PBA Player of the Year standing by alongside with our Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, Rob. So, Kyle, you won on this championship pair just last night to secure your number 5 spot here today. So how much does that experience help you today in your pursuit for a win?
Well, one, it gives me a lot of confidence, Kimberly. It also gives me a little bit of experience on the pair, and it sounds like I've gained a few fans last night as well. So who's ready for some bowling in Indy?
And with that, we'll get to some bowling. Good luck.
So here's a look at our opening matchup, Teese versus Troup. Well, this crowd in Indy has been frothy all morning and all afternoon, and Kyle Troup just kind of stoking those flames. Sold out crowd here at one of the more hallowed venues in bowling history, Woodland Bowl here in Indianapolis. Royal Pin Woodland hosted last year's U.S. Open.
Rolling out of Airport Bowl in Harlington, England, your number 4 seed, Richie Teese.
Richie Teese's first win came way back in 2017 at the PBA Chart Championship. We asked him about his game, Rob, and he told us it was complicated elegance. Does a lot of thinking. Let's see if he can think his way to a major victory.
Yeah, I have to think of a lot of physical moves to make it look that way on television. Real nice, kind bloke. And he almost goes Brooklyn.
Oh, no, not almost. He did go Brooklyn.
Well, he went Brooklyn. I only consider Brooklyn when it's a Brooklyn strike. But.
Oh, yeah, but no, anytime it goes to the left of the head pin. Yeah.
Hey, I don't care if you've been around for 23 years doing this.
What?
So he went Brooklyn.
Yeah.
To the Englishman from Feltham, Middlesex, England.
He's a really good dude.
Yeah, really like him. Pulls that one in, starts with the spare.
With 9 PBA Tour titles and the 2021 Player of the Year, he bowls out of Penn Station in Newton, North Carolina. Your number 5 seed, Kyle True.
Well, like we said at the top of the show, he's never made match play in this event. Did you know his father, Guppy, finished second at the 1984 U.S. Open? And what a season this man had in 2021, winning almost $500,000. Kyle True for the win today, blocks a seat in the Hall of Fame once he's eligible. And by that I mean he has to bowl on tour at least 20 years. But the 10 titles gets him in.
One of the great humans on the tour.
Yeah. What do you think of the new digs?
Yeah, we actually talked to him about it today. He wasn't sure what it was, and then he said, I think it's a Bob Marley reggae type vibe, and I agree with him. It's always nice when you don't really know what you're wearing.
Again, U.S. Open oil pattern so difficult. Just a total emphasis on shot making and spare conversion. 41 feet in length, and I mean, it's about as flat as it gets, side to side. And you can see the players right now as they're playing the red line with the urethane. And as soon as that breaks down enough, they'll move in with reactive resin and throw to that spot.
Troop moving over to the left lane.
Both players using the same ball. It's called the pitch black.
Oh, he just gets this crowd going, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just his presence. Now, Teese, this is interesting, Randy. You know, Teese is a guy who's got some antics in his game as well, but he was telling us that he's actually going to be a subdued fellow today. And there's a reason for it. Teese here in the second. That one much more on target, so he gets a strike
and the
to
reason,
match Troop's strike.
And the reason he wants to stay low-key is?
Well, he feels that Kyle Troop is a better, stronger bowler when he's got that energy, when he's got that charisma going. He doesn't want to feed it, yeah.
He doesn't want to rile him up. He doesn't want to poke the bear.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I actually think it's a really smart strategy.
They used to say the same thing when you bowled Earl Anthony. Throw your ball, strike, keep your mouth shut, sit down.
Yeah. It's good advice to my kids as well. Double wood left for Teese here in the third.
Didn't quite get enough of it at the bottom of the swing at the release point. He's made a lot of changes, though. He's gotten more upright. He's gotten from 4 to 5 steps.
Swing playing has changed.
Swing, yep.
All of that since his last win back in 2017. Covers the 2-8.
The one thing you got to watch for, though, with Richie's delivery is if he comes up and out of the shot.
He takes a seat. Troop pops back up. Spare strike to start for Kyle. These two met this week in match play. It went in the favor of Troop. Native of Taylorsville, North Carolina. I saw him grimace after that one.
Well, he's got that bad index finger.
Yeah, his middle, I think it was his middle finger, right? His right middle finger. And he was telling us last night he soaked it in peroxide.
Yep.
Is that healthy?
I don't know.
And then wrapped it in Neosporin. And it was giving him issues yesterday. It was an ingrown nail.
Yep.
I love how the throw kind of bounces with every step he takes as well. Such a fun-loving human. I wonder where he gets it from. Oh, that's right, his dad, Guppy, who's here.
There's Gup.
73 years young, still bowls league. Did the 9-hour drive from North Carolina here to Indy by himself. I love that old man.
Bowled a lot of games against Guppy over the years.
Strikes hard to come by here so far in our opening match. One for Troop, one for Teese.
Well, we kind of expected that, right? I mean, yesterday the high game for the day was 215.
Happened twice. Troop got it in the last game. The low, 190. Now, this U.S. Open is a grind. Always is. Feels like this year, maybe more so in particular. Kyle cleans that one up.
I think more so over the past couple of years. This is like traditional U.S. Open.
I think more in the sense that this is the first event of the year.
Yeah.
And you start with the grind, and the guys are saying to themselves, I haven't really built up the stamina yet for these tournaments, and then all of a sudden I get punched between the eyes with a U.S. Open where you are tested from the opening moment. Teese.
Lay on it. Throw it.
Nice late kick there.
There's a graphic up just before Teese's shot that showed Kyle Troop was 99.1% this week on single pin spares.
Yeah, missed just one. Here's a single pin spare for Teese.
You know how I know that number? Our friends from Lane Talk.
You know, it's funny talking about Lane Talk, our number one seed, E.J. Tackett, watching these things, watching these numbers as they come in, as he warms up just to our side. And, you know, it's like, I really need to keep an eye on what happens in the matches before the final. And he said that's one of the sources I use. I go there, I see on the good shots, also the errant shots, what went wrong.
Yeah, what happens when a player misses target? Or how far can a player miss target and get the ball back to the pocket? How much can he miss inside?
There you go. Second strike for Teese.
Anytime you see a player go down to one knee, he really likes the delivery.
Or he's proposing to somebody, one of the two. That one off target, but again, no real damage. And that's one of the themes, Randy. Just stay away from trouble. Have your manageable strikes. And what's the ball they're rolling with? Pitch black?
Yeah.
Pitch black. Kimberly, more on the pitch black selection for Kyle.
Absolutely, because you guys mentioned that strikes are hard to come by right now. So I spoke with Sean Ryan, Kyle's ball rep, and he actually told me that Troop is now throwing his second pitch black on the right lane because he feels like he can help him keep it in line better.
Cleans up the spare. Teese with a one-pin lead, but working off a strike. Here's Troop to begin the sixth. The winner of this one to take on the defending U.S. Open champ, your 3 seed, Anthony Simonson. That is our next match. E.J. Tackett, your number 1 seed. Big strike there for Troop, just his second. Tight one in our opening match here at the 80th edition of the U.S. Open. Troop and Teese, who will survive? Find out next. The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Knock your initial mortgage rate down by up to 3% with Rate Reduce from Guaranteed Rate. Learn more at rate.com. Packed house here at Royal Pin Woodland in Indianapolis, the only bowling center to have hosted all 5 PBA majors. We open up the season with a major, the U.S. Open 80th edition, presented by Go Bowling.
We open up the season with the toughest major.
No easing in to this, the 66th PBA season. Richard Teese from the west side of London. First double we've had here in our opening match. And the lead goes to 11. Teese, a stone's throw from Heathrow Airport. Big fan of Leeds United. Are you familiar with Leeds United in England and what they've been doing on the soccer scene?
No.
Heavy American influence. An American coach, Jesse Marsh, 3 American players. They are Leeds America. Had a tough loss today, though, to Nottingham Forest. All things that...
Wait, Nottingham Forest?
Yeah.
I've heard of that place.
You've heard of that one. All things Richie and I discussed earlier today. 10-pin shy of 3 in a row.
The only downside of using urethane is that, the weak 10. The upside, you can control the pocket. Keep the ball in front of you.
Perfect on the 10-pin this week. Took a pretty big hop there. Yeah, eyes on the line the whole time, huh?
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a really good and straight arm swing. Even if you fall off balance a little bit, you can still direct the ball on the line.
Yeah, he's still making some faces over there on the side. That was some cause of concern for him. Troop up and down 10. Working on a strike. 2 in a row for Troop.
All even now.
This one has been even from the get-go, Randy.
Yeah.
They both started spare, strike, spare, spare. And now they both have doubles.
Yeah, how's it feel now, Richie? Last time we bowled was Europe.
You know what he's talking about right there, huh?
Yeah.
A little,
Yeah.
little international rivalry there.
At the Weber Cup.
Things did not go the Americans' way. Or at least things did not go Troop's way. Goodness. What pins left?
I don't know the number, but Richie's pointing at me.
For those don't know, little 8-pin history with my partner, Randy Pedersen.
I only got one bang out. I went for the second and seen that darn thing. Thanks, Randy.
Sorry, Kyle.
Forgot about Randy.
Pains me just as much as it pains you.
2 real likable guys here in our opening match. The winner to take on 3-seed Anthony Simonson next. He was holding his hands, and first errant shot of the day we've seen from either competitor.
Big miss right.
Well, Richie did go Brooklyn on his opening shot, but this one's going to sting.
Oh, that way. He was working on a spare. He's going to lose count. And if he doesn't convert the 1-2-4-10, we'll have an open frame.
Missed the head pin, missed the 10. At an event like the U.S. Open, that is the difference between moving on and going home.
Absolutely.
All of a sudden, Teese down 15.
And we see that so often, the overcompensation when a player goes light, because now it's in your brain. It's like, all right, we don't want to do that again. So you overcompensate, you end up pulling it.
Takes care of the 3-pin. Teese takes a seat. Troop pops up for his effort here in the 9th. 15-pin advantage.
Locked in.
Strike 4 for Troop. The lead at 15, and now he's working off a strike here in the 10th. We welcome you to sold-out Royal Pin Woodland here in Indianapolis, Indiana, opening match of the 80th edition of the U.S. Open, the first tournament of this, the 66th PBA season. And Kyle Troop was just given a huge opening there in the 8th frame, a open frame from Richie Teese from England. Troop with a strike in the 9th. Here he is in the 10th to close things out.
Oh, man. 2-4-5. Well, if he spares here, he'll need just 6. But pay the 2-4-5 some respect. Easy to miss.
The 5 went for a walk. Oh my, watch the 5 pin on the right.
I mean, he just barely covered that.
Oh, needs 6 to move on. Your 5 seed moves on.
Good bowling this week, bud.
He is 3 wins away now from just his 2nd major. So Troop moves on. Up next, it's your 3 seed and the defending champ, Anthony Simon. Anthony Simonson, the 2 seed, Thomas Kauka, and 1 seed E.J. Tackett. So Simonson, the youngest to win 1, 2, 3, and 4 majors. Will he become the youngest to win a 5th? Find out with us next.
With the dawn of each new season, A chance to start anew. An opportunity to wipe away the failures of the past.
Single pin spare, misses it! He missed it! And Duke has won the U.S. Open.
A time for reaffirmation of oneself.
Who do you think you are? I am!
A moment in time where hope springs eternal.
Simonson dropping strikes here. The eagle already his.
Yeah, baby!
But for these 5 men, it offers something more. A chance to create a moment that will never be forgotten. A chance at greatness.
He's got it. Blew up that rack.
A chance at history.
Watch the emotion come out.
A major accomplishment for whoever is left standing.
So much power, so much promise.
It's the U.S. Open on Fox.
Welcome back to Sold Out Royal Pin Woodland in Indy. Fox Sports Live coverage of the 2023 U.S. Open. We started with 5, we're down to 4. Your 5 seed, Kyle Troup, 15 pins better than the Englishman, Richard Teese. So up next for him, the 3 seed, Anthony Simonson. Yes, they are energetic and fired up here in Indianapolis this Sunday. So here we go, Simonson, Troup, 2 of the best Americans in the game right now. Take a look at your odds, courtesy of Fox Bet. Ooh. All right. A practice shot here for Simonson, and Anthony won 2 majors last season, Randy, and he won both of them from the 2 spot. He is the 3 seed here. But talking to Kyle Troup earlier today, remember he bowled yesterday just to get here on the show, and he felt that advantage yesterday only amplified his cause to winning his 2nd ever major today.
You know what's interesting is I was always a big fan of the number 3 spot. You get through that first game, you only have 2 more games, and you win, and you really get your feet underneath you. The lanes aren't going to change as much as if you were like in that first match. But I was like 3rd seed. Now, obviously, the most enviable position is number 1,
which is E.J. Tackett for the 2nd straight year. So Simonson and Troup is next.
He is the defending U.S. Open champion, bowling out of the compound in Las Vegas, Nevada, number 3 seed, Anthony Simonson.
10 titles, 4 majors. Rob, he's 26. The fastest ever to earn $1 million on tour. I mean, this guy, like I said earlier, he's got the biggest toolbox out here. He can do anything to a bowling ball. But here's one fact. Nobody has repeated at the U.S. Open since 95-96 when Dave Husted did it. Can Simonson climb the ladder?
Turned 26 not too long ago, would become the youngest player ever to win 5 majors, and he would do it by nearly 4 years with a win today.
And he's going with reactive resin right out of the gate, throwing an idle. So you can see we talked about the lanes transitioning enough to where the players felt that they had a little hold spot to throw to, and that's exactly what Simonson did there. Troup staying with the urethane.
Only 1 career major for Kyle Troup, but he is 1 win shy of being Hall of Fame eligible at the PBA level.
It's going to be a very interesting match, I think. Both players playing the lanes completely different. One using urethane, one using reactive resin. Obviously, for the new folks to the sport, reactive resin is much stronger, much more aggressive. This ball here is like a slick on a dragster.
Back-to-back opening jacks. And Kyle Troop, the native of Taylorsville, North Carolina, with a tremendous start.
Different bowling ball on the right lane for Simonson. I know how much you like the names. This one's called an Alpha Crux.
Alpha Crux.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I'll let it slide.
All right.
But it only gets like a B- grade.
I mean, can he bring it? Look at that mile per hour up top there. Miles per hour, 19.7. I mean, he can really bring it.
Things get there in a hurry. Missed the 10-pin one time this week. Strike spare to start for Simonson.
And again, our great stats brought to you by Lane Talk. For more info, go to lanetalk.com.
Simonson, youngest player to win a major, did it at the age of 19 years and 39 days. Did it back in 2016 when he won the USBC Masters. Got the 10 to kick that time. So strike, spare, strike for Simonson, your 3 seed.
Cal Lowe, he gets to the foul line. Shoulders basically parallel to the lane.
What would you tweak about his game?
Nothing.
Gotcha. Stay out of the way.
He's just got all of the tricks. He can tilt it, he can roll it, he can throw a backup ball, he can throw it fast, he can throw it slow, he can throw it straight, he can hook the whole lane.
A triple to open up for Troop. Well, tonight, buckle up, because one of NASCAR's most thrilling events, it is returning, Randy, to the LA Coliseum, and it is under the lights. The place you saw Roman Gabriel sling the pigskin. NASCAR's Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. Don't miss race day. That is coming up next year on Fox, followed by the heat races, and then the green flag drops tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, right here on Fox. And Kyle Troop is rolling under the green flag right here. 3 straight strikes in our second match here at the U.S. Open. No! 4-0! Opening ham bone!
That was a beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Simonson going with an asymmetrical ball on the right lane and a symmetrical ball on the left lane. The difference is the asymmetrical ball is stronger and earlier, meaning how soon it grabs the lane surface.
That's a powerful strike there on the right lane. 3rd strike for Simonson.
So bigger engine on the right lane, a little smoother on the left lane for Anthony Simonson.
Same oil pattern, but a lot of bowlers have been telling us these 2 lanes playing very differently, and you can tell it by the arsenal that Simonson is using. Here he is on the left, with that smoother approach and a left to 10.
It's a good shot. Both players acing the pocket early. Simonson, 2 10-pins now through 5. But as we've seen, anything can happen on this grueling pattern.
Simonson on track for a 259. That's his max. Troop has been perfect through 4. Talked to Kyle yesterday saying, you know, my goals for 2023, make match play at the U.S. Open. Check.
Check.
Become Hall of Fame eligible. That could become a check today as well. And with a pretty big check at that.
Absolutely.
Right through the nose, and oh my goodness. The high of an opening ham bone to leaving this.
You see him miss by almost 2 boards left of his last shot on that lane.
4, 6, 7, 10. It only gets 1.
Give me the count at least.
Costly. You know how many times the 7-10's been made on TV?
4.
You know how many times the Big 4's been made?
Tell me. Once?
Once. Walter Ray Williams Jr.
WRWJ.
I want to say it was in Atlanta somewhere. I'm sure somebody will blow up my phone and tell me exactly where it is.
Hopefully it's Walter Ray. Love to talk to him. Messenger! Oh, no! So after opening with 4 straight strikes, it goes open frame, and now, hopefully for Troop, a 9 spare. What were you saying about how quickly things can change here? Troop had the early advantage, but that gap in the 5th has opened the door for the defending champ. Simonson, Troop, we wrap it up next here on Fox. Welcome back to Royal Pin Woodland here in Indianapolis, U.S. Open. Presented by Go Bowling. Match number 2. The winner to take on the Finn from Helsinki, Tomas Kaukku. I will probably pronounce his name differently every single time.
Good chance of that happening.
Yeah, the way it's spelled and the way you're supposed to pronounce it
do
not make sense. My mouth has not been configured to pronounce his last name.
I think I'm just going to stick with the first name, Tomas. I think that's the easiest.
We even had debate over who was Tomas or Tomas.
Right.
Here we go. No debating that Anthony Simonson has kind of taken over control of this game, but spare opportunity here for him. No one has won 2 U.S. Opens in a row since 1995-96.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
You remember who it was?
Dave Houston.
Yeah, and he did it.
Here at Woodland,
here, at this facility. Simonson trying to do that. Won it last year over our 1 seed, EJ Tackett. So Simonson remains clean. Strike, spare, strike, strike, spare, spare.
Take a look at how Kyle Troop played him yesterday. Now he's playing him today. Now, granted, he bowled in the last match, so there was a lot more friction created. But look how much straighter he's going today. And obviously using the urethane versus reactive resin. Check this number out right here. Oh, sorry.
Simonson on the left lane, gets them all. Well, Troop needs to get back to his striking ways. Might have been a little fortunate there.
Again, a little inside. but very fortunate just to lead the 6-pin this time and not the big 4. If he were to get through this match, I think that he jumps to reactive resin the next game.
Don't make the change now.
I think he's pot committed.
There's his pops, Guppy. So the last 2 installments of the PBA playoffs.
But I mean, how about 2021 when he made almost $500,000? Insane.
It was a fun year to cover him. Really his breakout year. We'd been waiting for it.
Oh my goodness.
Do you see somebody holding a picture of Kyle and his dad?
Yeah.
Over that.
That's
It's beautiful on the right side of our screen.
Yep.
There you go, Kyle. Really needed that one. He's got the pick out. It's serious now. Kevin Kraus, the BPAA president. Melissa McDaniel, the USBC president, in attendance. Tom Clark, the PBA commissioner, all the way over there on the right with the hat on. Green jacket will be handed out today. Frank DeSocio in the middle there, the BPAA executive director. Simonson on the right. Oh, big 4, big trouble. Troop had it in the 5th. Simonson has it here in the 8th. My goodness.
Like I said, things can change very quickly at the U.S. Open.
So Simonson got 2 out of the big 4. Troop only able to get 1 out of the big 4. Remember that, if it comes down to it. Foundation frame 9th. Match 2 with the 80th edition of the U.S. Open. Rob Stone, the Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen, the Queen, Kimberly Pressler here with you.
Man, that was a good one. You see his max score there, 204. Troop can still shoot 239. But he really needed this one.
Okay.
So advantage back to the Troop camp. Remember, he started with an opening 4-bagger. Make it a double.
That ball held pocket, held line. That urethane ball is probably carrying a little bit of oil down towards the head pin.
Only needs 9 on the first ball.
Yeah.
For the win.
Just inside third arrow.
Thought I might have lost this one in the 5th with that open frame after he had the big 4. And now, just 9 pins away from moving on.
That's right of right.
Right of right. Instead of 9, he drops 6, and he's got some heavy lifting to do.
Yeah. All right, 9 is 203. Okay.
If he gets 9, he shoots 203. Simonson can still shoot 204.
Oh, just missed the 10. Oh, my. Kyle Dunn with the 203. Will it be enough? Or will the defending champ eke his way past Troop? Tomas Kalku, the number 2 seed, waiting in the wings. Doesn't know yet who he will face.
Wraps the head pin around the 10 and now could possibly lose. But Simonson must somehow figure out a way to throw 3 in a row.
He's only had a double here in this match. And will not get 3 in a row. And Kyle Troop will move on again from the 5 spot. Updated stepladder, and Troop, 1 win. Make it 2 wins, and now he's 2 W's away from a second ever major, but he's got to get by the Finn. Tomas Kalku next, and then your 1 seed, E.J. Tackett. Troop still alive. Match number 3 next on Fox. We welcome you back to sold-out Indianapolis. Fox Sports continuing coverage of the 80th edition of the U.S. Open, opening tournament of the PBA season. Rob Stone, Randy Pedersen, Kimberly Pressler here with you. And next Sunday, Randall, it is going down in the desert. Super Bowl pregame show on Fox. Performances, Jason Derulo, Black Eyed Peas, Chris Stapleton, more. Plus Michael Strahan sits down with Rihanna and the guys. Break down the big game. It all kicks off 1 p.m. Eastern, Super Bowl Sunday, only on Fox. So what does the Super Bowl and this moment from the legend, Pete Weber, have in common? Give us the quote, Pete.
That is right, I did it! Who do you think you are? I am!
Mm-hmm. Yep. Greatest quote, arguably, in all of sports. Maybe all of humanity.
Wow.
So, Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs Kingdom. Who do you think you are? I am.
That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Shame Pete Weber not here at the U.S. Open this week. I think we all would have really enjoyed Pete's present here. I think that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think the guy just won 5 of them.
Yeah. If Pete
should.
wants to bowl the U.S. Open, Pete, you can sit here and you can talk U.S. Open and you can bowl U.S. Open. We'll figure out a way to make it happen. Pete should have been here at the U.S. Open. Love you, Pete. Always thinking about you. Well, Super Bowl 57 and the PBA Players' Picks. That is the subject of today's Go Bowling presents Pressing Questions with our Kimberly Pressler.
Kyle, Super Bowl is this weekend. Who are you rooting for?
Got to go with the Eagles. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is dirty, but I think it's time for the Eagles to get one.
Explain dirty.
I mean, dirty when you're just good, you're making all the plays, like out here on the lanes, getting all the strikes. Mahomes is dirty.
Kevin, I know that you live in Missouri, so how big of a Kansas City fan are you?
I can't stand them.
For real?
I can't stand them because the Chiefs fans are the worst, and I live around all of them. I can't stand them. I don't want them to win. They're not going to win, and if they do, I'm going to be upset about it. I'm going to be honest.
Who are you rooting for?
I'm from Philadelphia, so the Eagles.
Have you made any bets on the Super Bowl with anybody on tour?
No, I don't think anybody here is from Kansas City, and nobody outside of Kansas City roots for the Chiefs, so nobody really cares.
Oh, I'm sure we can find a Kansas City fan. Chris Barnes is a Kansas City fan, and we know he can't win at anything anymore, so.
I can't root for the same team that Barnes roots for. It's just not possible.
So did you pick the Eagles solely because your good buddy Chris Barnes is a huge Kansas City fan?
Oh, absolutely.
Every single person I've interviewed thus far has said they are not rooting for Kansas City solely for the fact that you are a fan.
Well, I take that as a compliment because these guys hate winners. That's what they hate. They just hate winners.
It's like people are kind of ganging up on Barney there.
That was a pretty good segment.
Am I the only one who noticed that one? There. All right, take a look at your Fox Bet odds for our next match. 5-seed Kyle Troup, 2-seed Tomas Kalku, the winner, to take on E.J. Tackett in the final of the U.S. Open. Well, Major League Baseball's Mookie Betts, just one of the celebrity competitors here this week at the U.S. Open. Mookie bowled all 3 days of qualifying. That's 24 games. The L.A. Dodgers started strong. He was tied with the great Jason Belmonte at the end of the first block, but soon Mookie discovered just how vicious this U.S. Open can be. The All-Star averaged 186, would end up finishing 98th. Even so, his love for the sport of bowling continues to grow.
I'm in the bowling alley probably 6 days a week, you know, just practicing or bowling in tournaments or whatever it is. And so this is something I love to do.
Another friend of the PBA, country music star Jimmy Allen, was on the lanes for Sunday's pre-tournament qualifier where he finished 100th.
Just going into it, my main goal is just have fun and don't come in last place.
All right, mission accomplished. We said 100th out of 108, so you didn't finish last, but he was #1 on the fashion list. Those pants, 3230, please. I would so wear those pants. And by the way, Randy, what have we been telling our fans through the years?
Make the sign, you get on TV.
Make the sign, you get on TV. You make a sign like that. That is now Hall of Fame eligible, that sign, by the way. Some other good ones popping around there. Tackett needs a jacket I saw floating around there. Of course, green jacket goes to the winner of the U.S. Open. One of these two will be bowling in the final against your 1-seed E.J. Tackett. Kyle Troup, 2 wins today, 1 win yesterday when we were live over on FS1. And now Troup 2 wins away from getting his first ever U.S. Open title. Troup will start things off. This is essentially our semifinal.
And a ball change for Kyle Troup.
You called it.
He's going to a fate, which is reactive resin. He's going to move in, and he's going to start hooking the lane. Good guess. Real good guess.
And a great start.
Looks over at the board to see his numbers, location, ball speed.
Rolling out of Tali Bowling in Helsinki, Finland, your #2 seed, Tomas Kalku.
I don't think there's anything more frustrating for a native of Finland than trying to pronounce words and then listening to the idiots in America try to pronounce them back.
Well, we kept asking him. It was like watching Step Brothers when they went for their job interview.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what's your name? Pan? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
An opening strike for Tomas. So his last name is spelled Kayhko.
Right.
And the best we could tell, he's telling us to pronounce it Kalku.
Right.
And so we're just trusting him.
Check out this unique style of Tomas.
Oh, you're just going Tomas right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm going Tomas, and he's got a lot of moving parts, man.
Mm-hmm.
Using a game breaker, too. Also reactive.
Leaves the 10-pin.
You can see just how much deeper the players are on the lane right now.
We saw it yesterday as well.
So he's inside a 4th arrow. Remember, Kyle was just inside a 3rd arrow with the urethane ball.
10:09 p.m. back in Helsinki right now. And you know, there's a lot of folks watching back home. His mom, Mari.
How did you know that? Did you look that up on your phone?
I am a human world clock calculator after all my time in Doha.
Yeah. What time is it in Doha right now?
Hold on, I need to type it into my phone. I don't even know what time zone I'm in right now. I think we're east. Troup with a 207 and then a 203 today.
That's U.S. Open for you. That's U.S. Open stuff, baby.
Yeah, those are good numbers for a U.S. Open. You see him every time he's glancing over there, and he is looking at the numbers.
Yeah. So I think he looked over at his ball rep after his first shot on the left lane, and he said maybe just a little bit slower. And then he looks at the the target number, and then obviously the break point. Next time it comes up, I'll draw that for you and give you a little bit better explanation of what he's looking at.
Last game he started with an opening 4-bagger. Randy Pedersen shot over the shoulder. This person's got, this person is next level.
This guy is next level.
That's so good. Double wood. Faced this 8 times this week, converted 7 of them. 2 in front of the 8.
What do you have a term for that? Skinny jeans or something like that?
That didn't seem that seemed actually kind of a proper fit jeans. They didn't seem too skinny for me.
No, that was a little on the thin side.
My ooh-hoo-hoo was more on the late turn into things. That, by the way, would be how my mom would call bowling. Ooh! A lot of woo-woo-woos and dig and go-go-goes.
So look at that elbow move.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, and it works.
All right, so check this out. This is his location at the arrows. This is his break point. Quick math would be, about 18 board circle. So he's basically belling it about 18 boards to the right.
What does that torque, that work with the elbow do to the shot?
I think it's just a feel thing for him wanting to feel his elbow staying in.
It's almost like Joe Morgan, right?
Yeah, exactly.
With his old batting stance, cocking that right elbow.
Yeah, see how he keeps that right elbow real close to him, which is great. And then he wants to feel the inside part of that ball. Oh, man. Hey, let's get an MRI and a CT scan for the 4-pin stat, Rob.
Okay. I'll write a prescription for that. So that is back-to-back jacks right now for Kauku.
Love you too.
Troop up off a spare. Oh, wow.
Well, you want to get the ball over into here and just catch just enough of that 2-pin to slide it into the 10.
Gets count. And an open frame in the 4th, which means we transition to the 5th frame, which is your beer frame. Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ask for the original and please drink responsibly. So welcome to the PBR beer frame.
Troop changing balls now to a Rubicon UC2.
The change worked.
Yeah, he's looking for a little more bite, I think. And a little earlier motion.
That little slide out of the 10 late.
Kauku is actually playing the right lane to hook more than the left lane, which is exactly the opposite of what the players have been doing today. Quitter 10-pin.
Lazy 10. He is right by the gutter there.
He's like 6 boards farther left, farther to the inside on that right lane. You like that spare ball?
Yeah, it's like gold dust.
It's pretty.
Felt pretty confident in that shot. Huh? That was an early walk away.
Yeah, that was an early turnaround.
So Kalku from Finland, just 25 years old. 3rd year as a pro, 1st year full-time on the PBA Tour.
Yep.
Had to come through the PTQ, the pre-tournament qualifying.
So he has an extra 8 games under his belt.
Yeah, so 50. This is game 57 for him.
Yeah.
Had 56 to get here. And his tournament started last Sunday. Been here for a week, bowling. Nice strike. So his 4th strike takes us to break. When we return, the conclusion of Kaiku and Troop, the winner will be in the title match to take on your 1 seed, E.J. Tackett. We welcome you back to Fox Sports Live coverage of the U.S. Open and the on-lane graphics you see today, including the ball tracer, courtesy of Clutch Bowling. Want to recognize a trio of people. Terry Powell, the GM of this center here, Royal Pin Woodland. Jim Dowdy, Jim Clapper here as well. Dowdy, of course, the PBA Hall of Famer. Mr. Clapper, GM of Royal Pin Enterprises. Kyle Troop trying to get to the title match. In a bit of a battle right now. Thomas Kalku. Troop down 16, but he's working off a strike here in the 6th.
Are you sure you're pronouncing his last name
Not
correctly?
at all.
Okay.
Nope.
I didn't think so. That's why I just call him Tomas.
Look at that sucker curve in.
Looked like somebody kicked it left.
Right? Right about there.
Yep. Gave it the business on that shot.
So that's 4 strikes now for Troop. Both have come in pairs. 1st and 2nd frame, 5th and 6th frame. Looking for our first triple here of the semis. Match number 3, the winner to move on to the title match.
Take the lead with the strike here.
Get down! Oh. Get down, 10-pin! Get down!
Not today,
Don't give me that
10-pin.
one.
Not today.
Don't give me that.
There's Pops Guppy.
Watch this. And just leans on it.
Lean on me. That shot got the energy back here in the center. Let's see how Tomas Kalku can retaliate. My goodness. I didn't think that sucker was going to curve in.
I know.
Right?
It certainly took its time.
4 different talents from overseas, or not in America, I guess I should say, have won the U.S. Open. Major Mika, Francois Lavoie, our friend from Canada, Dom Barrett, the only Englishman to win the tournament, and Mr. Belmonte from Australia. Not a great tournament for Belmo.
No, didn't average 200.
Very un-Belmo-like. Kalku. As we begin the 8th, 6-pin match. Left the 10. Kalku, he arrived in the U.S. January 24th, came to Indy on the 25th, started practice the 26th, had a full 4 days of practice at this facility before he started the pre-tournament qualifier. I think he may be squatting out and back right now with a cot. He's been here so long. So 9 spare for the Finn. He takes a seat. Troop looking for a 4-bagger here in the 8th.
Max scores right there in front of you. 253 for Troop, 238 for, how do you say his last name?
Kalku.
Kalku. Tomas. What is that, Rob? What is that?
The cool kids call it a ham bone. The righteous old school folks like to call it a 4-bagger. Either way, it works for me and it works for Kyle here at the U.S. Open. Yeah, get those ham bone signs up. Well done, Indy. You bring the signs, we put you on TV. Re-rack for Troop. All right, big concerns there, right? Remember the spare in the 3rd, open frame in the 4th, ball change. Strike, 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 strike. We go to the 9th.
A little firm.
Left the 7.
It was a little firm, I think. Oh, a little different break point right there as well.
Board and a half different.
Yeah, doesn't take much.
1.5 inches.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of that. Each board is about 1 inch, Randy.
Yeah, I heard that somewhere. You know how many boards are on a lane?
Here's Troop to close out the 9th.
You really want to play that game? Huh? 39.
No chance. You think I want to get involved with a PBA Hall of Famer? Listen, if you're a USBC Hall of Famer, I'll go toe-to-toe with you, but not a PBA Hall of Famer. Four-pin match. Kalku here in the 9th.
Oh, my goodness.
Left the 9.
Look at, for a two-hander, look how soft that speed is. And it actually, even if you use your thumb, that's real slow speed for out here.
Oh, just missing the 9.
Yeah, went right by it. Didn't even wave on the way by.
He's made all of his 9-pin conversions this week. That trend will continue.
Well, here's the comparison, left lane, right lane for Tomas. And again, the big thing that really stands out is how much he's farther left on that right lane. Take a look at these numbers. This is where the ball is first coming into contact with the lane, and this is his positioning at the arrows.
We start the 10th. Kalku left the 10. 16.1 miles per hour, even slower than his last shot.
Yeah. Last 3 shots, 10-pin, 9-pin, 10-pin. Trailing by 6.
This would be his 3rd straight 9 spare. And his 5th overall.
all the players you talk to about Tomas is that he was incredible this week. You know, we don't know a whole lot about him. In fact, this is the first time I've ever seen him throw a bowling ball this week. And but all the players said, man, he was incredible.
He said his goal was to make TV maybe one time this year.
Yeah.
And here he is, the opening week at the toughest event that the PBA puts on. Oh, jeez.
Have another 10 pin to go.
Right? So he is in the books with a 215. Which, oh, by the way, the high score for today.
Yeah.
The Troop can top it.
Needs a mark, any kind of mark.
A strike, and he moves on to the title match.
Has to make. Remember the year Mika Koivuniemi was bowling Norm Duke. Duke throws the last four to force Koivuniemi to mark. Koivuniemi leaves a 10 pin and misses it.
Mika from what country?
Finland.
As is Tomas Kauku right now, who's sitting in a chair just a few feet away from Troop. This one out of his hands. Troop must convert to move on to the title match. Kyle moves on! Your 5 seed, still alive! Just 5 pins.
I think he can handle that. I'm going to take his spare ball and throw it right down the middle.
There you go.
Fantastic bowling, brother. Great bowling this week. Good luck next week.
The satisfying moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. And about midway through, Guppy's son Kyle was in trouble, down double digits, but he rallies late. 219 today's high score. 4 pins better than the Finn. And so Kyle Troop moves on to the title match where he'll face E.J. Tackett. Second straight year Tackett is your 1 seed at the U.S. Open. The uninterrupted final next. The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Knock your initial mortgage rate down by up to 3% with rate reduced from Guaranteed Rate. Learn more at rate.com. And by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you. Great look at the trophy that will be handed out here momentarily in Indy. Registration for the inaugural 2023 PBA LBC National Championship. Now open to all bowlers of all skill levels. This summer, it'll be held in Milwaukee, and you can compete in singles as well as optional doubles and team events. You can even combine your scores with the pros. Enter today over at PBA.com. Let's update the step ladder, Randy, and you'll notice a theme. Kyle Troop, the 5 seed. Kyle Troop.
There he is again.
Another win. Kyle Troop, another win, and he has moved on to the championship match versus the number 1 seed, E.J. Tackett. It's a spot Tackett knows well. The native of Indiana was the 1 seed at the U.S. Open last year and fell to Anthony Simonson. Tackett, the 1 seed, and Kyle Troop, the man, according to Fox Bet, who's got the better chance of winning this one. Our final, commercial-free, next on Fox Sports.
Now, the grueling labyrinth to get to the finals is complete.
Back-to-back jacks. Yeah, keep it going.
With only 2 men left standing.
Get on that strike train, kid.
All that is left to do, the crowning of a U.S. Open champion, only on Fox.
Title time in Indy. Super Troop. Kyle Troop, your 5 seed. Had to win a match yesterday live on FS1 just to make to today's show. DJ Tackett, well, he's been waiting for days to get his hands on the U.S. Open, trying to become just the 9th ever winner of the Triple Crown.
With 16 PBA Tour titles, he bowls out of Easy Bowl in Bluffton, Indiana. Number 1 seed, E.J. Tackett.
Did she say 16 titles?
That's what I heard.
You know
two of them majors.
Yeah, you know how old he is? 30. What an amazing career this man has had. One of the best players out here. Question today is going to be whether or not he can keep his emotions under control and execute. He's got a big fan base here today, and he's looking for a little redemption, leading this tournament back-to-back years.
One of only 5 players to win both PBA Rookie and Player of the Year honors in his career, and he starts with the strike. From Bluffton, Indiana, his wife his wife Natalie is here, his mom Angie, dad Ed here as well. He's telling us this morning about 15, 20 family members and friends in attendance. If you're not a family member of E.J. Tackett, odds are you're probably here to yell for this guy, Kyle Troop. Huge fan base behind this young man.
Oh.
9 titles, just 1 major for Kyle Troop. Really struggled here through the course of his career at the U.S. Open, and that all seemed to change this year. Made it one of his goals. He missed it. If there's a frame to do it, it's the first, but if there's a tournament not to do it, it's the U.S. Open.
You couldn't be more right. Especially single pin spares.
Had to hit that single pin spare in the last game in the 10th frame to put himself in position to move it. He grazed it. But not enough protein in that ball to knock it down. Opening advantage for Tackett. It'll be interesting to see what that miss does to Troop. I think sometimes the energy of the crowd, the energy in his body, the momentum maybe pulls him away sometimes, and he needs that punch in the head. He needs that calming moment.
He needs that gut punch to get focused again.
Yeah.
E.J. Tackett, I believe, is going with his Venom Shock.
Way right of target.
Look at how far right that is. We haven't seen a ball in that area all day. Bowling ball over here to the left side of the head pin, cut it over into the 610.
So here we are in our title match. We're not even 3 frames in, and both have thrown an open frame.
Remember last year's performance in the title match against Simonson, 165, and I mean, you could see just how
crushing it was to him.
Yeah.
The glasses were thrown. Yeah. Just devastating. And it was here in the center. Nice bounce back shot there in the 3rd.
Yeah, you like that one.
Beautiful wife, Natalie, right there.
Oh, you know what she's got in her hand?
She's got looks like a Pabst.
America's finest. PBR. The beer frame doesn't have to be reserved for the 5th frame.
No.
Folks.
It's always nice to support our sponsors.
Back-to-back jacks for Troop.
Well, in 2021, Troop started the season by winning the, oh God, where is it? By winning the Players' Championship.
His only major.
That's how he started the season. His record.
And he went on to win about $500,000 in Player of the Year that year.
Yeah. But that's how his season started in 2021.
Last year's Player of the Year, Jason Belmonte, again. Three in a row. Troop has really recovered well from missing that 7-pin in the opening frame and leaving it open.
You and me.
I love this energy in this center today.
That's a great bounce back. Let's see what kind of shot E.J. Tackett makes on this right lane.
Had an open frame here last time. In the second, here he is in the 4th. Yeah, nice response, E.J. So there's a double for him, and Tackett looking to become the 9th player to win the Triple Crown. That's the PBA World Championship, the Tournament of Champions, and the U.S. Open. Here's the prior 8, and oh my goodness, look at that list.
That's an A-list.
That is A-list material. Belmo and Barrett, the last 2 to do it. Left at 10. We talked to him about the Triple Crown, and he frankly didn't really want to talk too much about it, or at least think too much about it. But, you know, he admitted he knows what it means. It puts him in that elite status. Just a small group of talent has been able to do it, and also puts him potentially one step closer to that career Grand Slam. Well, he really hauled that one.
Pound for pound, the most powerful player out on tour, in my opinion. That uses his thumb, at least. He's got so much talent. But he has had some struggles on television lately.
Last year won the doubles title with his good buddy Marshall Kent.
Yeah, he was pure on that show.
Just the second all-time TV meeting between these two. Troop took the first back at the PBA Players Championship. What?
Well, he almost left that in the first frame. And this time,
7-9.
yeah, and this time he leaves it.
Well, at least we get another shot at the 7-pin.
Strategy on this one, Randy?
Throw it hard at the 7-pin and hope. Hope bounces out.
Yeah, second open frame for Troop. And he was able to recover from an open frame in the last match. Looked like he was going to be able to recover from that open frame in the first here. And now he throws another one in the 5th.
And look at the scoreboard. All even.
Yep. Tackett, though, working off a spare, but my goodness. This U.S. Open, $100,000 payday to the winner. Pick is out, Randy. It's out, but it's not being utilized.
Hey, 10-pin. Want some? Get some.
Oh, a head pin.
Give me one.
Doing the work. wave of energy when Troop rolls.
Beauty.
Yeah, sure was.
A little inside of target, but all the urethane that went down the lanes earlier has created a little bit of hold.
Hey, Randy, look at the score.
Yeah, even.
Even through 6. 4th strike for Tackett. 4 strikes for Troop. Both of them will roll here in the 7th. Working on a strike.
The miss Tackett has to avoid is wide right.
We are with you commercial free and taking you up to NASCAR race day. Clash at the Coliseum coming up tonight here on Fox. Tackett in the 7th at the U.S. Open. Messenger!
Hey, you're not the only one that can throw messengers. Here comes a heat-seeking missile at the 10. Aha! This crowd's fired up.
Man, so good.
Kick save on the 10 and a beauty.
2 in a row for Troop. Hey, Randy, look at the scoreboard.
Oh. Still even?
Still even.
Is this is the way the U.S. Open is meant to be played?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Our congratulations to the USBC, to the PBA Tour putting this on. It's a wonderful event.
I think Nick Hoagland did a great job of designing this pattern. Got it wide.
Oh, what a lucky break, though.
We're even. Got it wide.
Even.
Left just the 10. What could have been? What could have been?
That kind of makes up for that 7-9 split.
Missed the 7-pin single pin conversion earlier. Gets the 10 there, and that is your spare of the game. Sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Lower your initial mortgage rate by 3% with Rate Reduce from Guaranteed Rate, bringing your mortgage rate down hard. Troop had to have that one.
Come on, reset.
Tackett's going to regroup, and being that #1 seed in the Stepladder final is far from a guarantee that a title's coming your way.
Again, avoid the wide right miss. I mean, look at the numbers. Identical to the last shot he threw on that lane, and he leaves a ring in 10 this time.
He's going to, if he converts this, guess what? We're still tied.
Still tied.
Tied going into the 9th. What a show. What a show.
If he strikes here, he can't get shut out. hurts after that shot. He ripped on him so hard.
He takes a breath, and now the pressure swings to the troop camp. What a great shot. E.J. Tackett's wife, Natalie, Kyle Troop's dad, Guppy, sitting next to each other. It all comes down to the 10th frame. Couldn't script it better.
Nope.
Seventh strike for Troop.
Is that the re-rack yet? Please.
My heart is pounding. I can only imagine what's going through Guppy, what's going through his son, what's going through EJ.
Just saw that big exhale from Guppy.
Some legs again.
Strike here, he'll force E.J. Tackett to double. Two more, he'll force E.J. Tackett to strike out. And that would just be for a tie.
Oh, come on!
Just stop, Kyle. You got your girlfriend going on and just listening to everybody. I mean, just step off, Kyle. How bad do you want to lose this?
Oh my goodness. Strike and 8 for E.J. Tackett to become a triple crown winner.
Kai just feels sick. He's frustrated with himself, saying, should have walked away. And he didn't. And now it's Tackett's turn.
Has to strike on this shot. Last time up on this lane, massive ring intent for E.J. Tackett. Trying to get some oxygen.
He's got 2 re-racks.
Just got enough of this to get the 10 out. And he liked it right off his hand.
So Tackett used one of those re-racks. 8 for the win, 8 for the U.S. Open title. A Triple Crown winner!
Dad, Ed.
Oh, what a great moment.
Yeah.
Yep. Early Father's Day present for Ed. His wife, Natalie, wearing the green sweatshirt. Her husband's about to get a green jacket.
Let me throw one more shot.
E.J. Tackett. Triple Crown winner. Rolls it out. Tour title 17.
his third major. Tackett hugs it out with Troop. More bowling coming your way later this month with the Collegiate Championship. And E.J. Tackett looks good in green. He is your U.S. Open champion. He is a triple
I gotta thank
crown
everybody.
winner.
Motive, Dexter, Turbo, Genesis, CTD,
NASCAR race day at the Coliseum. Coming
Tony
up
Stewart,
next.
Alan Samuels. Got a lot of people I love.
Pedersen, Kimberly, Pressler, entire crew. I'm Rob Stone. This has been the PBA on Fox. Congratulations,
Wow,
E.J. Tackett.
Are you kidding me? The Turbo Crown!